What's wiggling, wear noticers? It's your boy, Mr. CEO Shane Mumma of this beautiful, awesome, fantastic technology YouTube channel, and this is my review of the dbrand grip case for the iPhone X. Warenotice on the baddest beat. Met a lot of people, but still don't know defeat. Running for the White House, but So the dbrand grip is a bumper case by the prominent Canadian phone skin company dbrand. Obviously, it's designed to be compatible with the company's own skins, particularly those that only cover the back of the smartphone without touching the sides of the device, which is where the grip is. And before we get started, yes, the grip, at least the one I have for the iPhone X, is compatible with wireless charging. Thankfully, your phone won't have to touch any flat surfaces it rests on while in the dbrand grip, as it has raised bezels both on the front and the back. And I would think those bezels would have to be pretty grippy indeed, because here I am tilting the dbrand grip at an angle on a sheet of glass like dbrand does in their marketing of the case. After all, it's got to be called the dbrand grip for a reason, and while it does slide down eventually, at least it does stay on the glass for a good amount of time. The grip also contains a special material called D3O to make it better at withstanding drops, as this substance is supposed to be able to harden as it absorbs blows to downsize the shock felt by whatever phone it's protecting. As you've seen, D3O is branded onto one of the grip's 4 protruding corners, which occupy the sides of the case with these little texture bumps that make it harder for the phone to slide out of one's hand. Also on the sides of the grip, we have an enlarged quadrilateral side button marked with a power on symbol, as well as matching volume buttons on the other side of the case. Above those volume buttons is the quite satisfying to slide mute switch, which unlike the buttons on the grip can move freely of the case. This is because the buttons keep a static position in the grip at all times and only push the underlying phone buttons as the case itself is squeezed onto them, as the grip is actually quite bendable on its sides. While this may give you doubts about the structural integrity of the grip since it's so bendable on those sides, it also makes it feel hard at times to push these buttons, which can get pretty annoying because again, those buttons don't actually move, it's the case moving. As quite the minimalist case, the grip leaves the bottom speaker grills and the charging port exposed in this particular model, the one for the iPhone X that I've been talking about. There are also versions of the case for several other smartphones with a complete list from dbrand that were supported during the grip's initial Indiegogo campaign on the screen right now. I believe they've also said that they're working on making versions of the grip for the new Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus smartphones. So now that you know all about the dbrand grip, do I recommend it? Well, for its Indiegogo price of about $35, which is what I paid for it, sure for certain people, but for its expected retail price of $60, no way. Around $30, like $35 like what I paid, is pretty reasonable for what's marketed as a high quality bumper case like the dbrand grip, but $60, that is certainly way too much. If dbrand decides to be nice and keep the grip's price low when it's mainstreamly released off of Indiegogo, I think I might have just made up a word there, mainstreamly, but I'd say that then the case would be good for people who really want to use their phones naked and thus without a case, but want some protection in case they happen to drop it. Like for example, I've liked using the grip on my iPhone X at home where the phone's pretty safe from getting hurt, but I definitely prefer using a complete non-bumper case when I'm out of the house. Because outside, after all, you never know what you might drop your phone into or on, so there, I definitely want more than just bumper style protection. But hey though, once again, I do like using it around the house though. Although, since I don't have a skin on my iPhone X, I'm always having to wipe fingerprints off of its back and also its front to get that nice and clean look just the way I like it. So if you plan on getting a dbrand grip and using your phone with a glass back with it 100% naked, besides the grip of course, you may want to invest in a nice microfiber cloth. And with that, that'll be all for this Warenotice video, so if you enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe to the Warenotice YouTube channel for more awesome technology videos just like this one, because after all, I do love all my subscribers, so if you want my love, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and I'll love you. Warenotice out with the dbrand grip for iPhone X.